All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, 70 Lions.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Got it, ready?
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Running with Walker again. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready up.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Go.
Staying with Walker. The defense holds on this 3rd down. They stop him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Daniels going to throw to get us started. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Quarterback of his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Downfield to DK. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too. All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start. Brock, last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
To the air again. Daniels. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Firing quickly out wide. Daniels. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready?
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Kick by Trujillo is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Another big rip for him. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
A 41-yard gain. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go, here we go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Sanderson makes the play. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Tag. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
70 Lions.
Back-to-back carries here. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. 18, Rattler, H. Cuddy.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And they steal it back on the return. And Washington finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Commanders stretch their early lead to 9. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you can find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
Gio tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders go up 10-zip here in the first.
Seahawks, nothing.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
It's a nickel look from the Commanders. 3rd down. I'll throw it. Called in left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Now an inside give to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our 1st quarter. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw it. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Walker trying to run for the 1st. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Walker now from the gun. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Trying to set that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. You also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
York knocks it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
65.
Daniels from the pistol. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Bronco 80.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Right in right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on, come on. Hit. Just the eagle. Ready?
Daniels is going to throw again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
On the red. Ready.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Ready. Let go. Go.
They'll throw, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now a fourth down, staring right at him.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Let's go. 70, Denver Wolf.
Again, Daniels to the air. Into the hands of Ganson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on fourth down. Keeps this drive moving.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Ready. Cougar 19.
To throw again, it's Daniels. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the set.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go now. Ready.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Maddox Trujillo on to handle this field goal. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Kick by Trujillo is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut to Walker. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. Only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now out of the shotgun. It is caught left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and long. They're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And you love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
70 range. 70 range. Come on. Come on. Set. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
70, 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
4-yard line.
Daniels on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Daniels. Downfield to DK. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
They'll send him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders will add to their lead at the end of the half. This is Trujillo to try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead.
Commanders 20, Seahawks 3.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Yep, as it takes a pop and the ball comes out. And the Commanders make the recovery.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Daniels off the play action. Finding Flowers. It's inside the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts. And they can try a field goal now before halftime. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right half. Kick by Trujillo is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
Seahawks 3.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? Steady.
Now Daniels to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Red. Cougar 19. Let go.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Into a crowd. That pass is intercepted. And the Seahawks bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Go.
Setting up to throw. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender's
base, left sideline, and he's up. ensuing drive.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Seahawks 3.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Walker. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go play action. Complete out to the right. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
They're throwing it. Finds a man right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 9.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Again, it's Charbonnet. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Pass play now. 20 out route complete. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Imagine the weather's playing a role here. Instead of trying a field goal, they're going to go for this. Trying for it, it's Walker. And this one's overwhelmed. They drive it backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Back to the well again. He cuts it right. He's got it in the red zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders piling onto the scoreboard yet again.
hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
This is Trujillo to try to point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead.
37, Seahawks 3.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First and 10 now from the 46. Throwing off the play fake. Brought in right side. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. Second down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Let's go.
Here's Walker running right. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Back to pass on first and 10. Dumped off to his running back. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. Last play sent him back across midfield. Here's second and long.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. To Walker from the gun.
I think even the defense would admit a little surprised to see him running on third and long. That's called pursuit. Riley quick after that initial reaction and stuck him behind the line.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on fourth down. Keeps this drive moving.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job. But you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. They're going to try to throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First carry now, this is Bashal Tootin. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
65.
They'll go again here with Tootin. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
On 3rd down, here's Tootin. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body. And these running backs at this level, they know how to make the pay defensively.
He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Daniels setting up the play action. Dump off to his fullback. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
19 targets.
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
And hey, we see a lot of the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. begins with a walker run. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Let's go.
Running left, here's Walker. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Seahawks just want to get out of here with how this one is gone.
Okay, ready?
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Set.
Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll throw for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Let's go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. A designed run. Daniels will keep it. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Let's go, 80.
This one left for Daniels. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So score this as a win for the Commanders. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.